Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This video is going to go through the timeline of Donkey Kong games, starting with the first arcade game. In the first arcade game, the younger version of Cranky Kong is the main antagonist. He takes Jumpman's girlfriend to the top of a high construction site. He starts throwing barrels down and fireballs at Jumpman, and at the end of the game, Donkey Kong falls all the way down. In the next game, Donkey Kong Jr. has to save his father from Jumpman because he kidnaps him for revenge. So Donkey Kong Jr. has to avoid the whip that Jumpman has and enemies and things like that. And again, he saves his father at the end. And so after that game is Donkey Kong 3. So Donkey Kong goes on a rampage inside of a greenhouse. And so an exterminator called Stanley has to defeat him. Donkey Kong climbs on ropes and things like that. He's starting to destroy the greenhouse. And Stanley sprays him with insecticide, and Donkey Kong ends up leaving. At some point after this game, it's assumed that Donkey Kong just goes to the island that he was either born on or he establishes a new place. I choose to believe that this is where he came from in the beginning. And he grows older. He obviously has a son, Donkey Kong Jr. I think that Donkey Kong Jr. has a son, and Cranky Kong, he's old now, and Donkey Kong Jr.'s son, DK, is in Yoshi's Island DS. And so he's an infant here. He gets kidnapped from his house, and it's like a tree house. In World 2, he comes across the Yoshis, and so all of the babies in the game, Mario, Luigi, Wario, Peach, all of them, they're trying to defeat the Koopa Troop, and Donkey Kong's one of them. So in this game, those characters are all star children, including Yoshi and Bowser. In Donkey Kong Country, Diddy Kong makes an appearance, and he's basically supposed to be guarding DK's banana horde. But the Kremlin crew, Crocodile guys, they overpower Diddy Kong, they steal all the bananas, and next morning, Cranky Kong wakes up DK and shows him that the horde is missing. And so Donkey Kong's really upset. Diddy Kong's missing. So he goes on an adventure to retrieve his bananas, and also more importantly, Diddy Kong, who's actually trapped inside of a barrel. So he finds him, he goes on an adventure through the jungles and all the places on DK Island. Characters like Cranky, Candy Kong, which is Donkey Kong's girlfriend, and Funky Kong help along the way. And so there's also a bunch of animal friends in the game. The most notable one is Rambi, the rhinoceros. Anyway, so DK and Diddy, eventually they reach Gangplank Galleon, and they have the final boss battle against King K. Rool, who's the leader of the Kremlin. So they defeat him, get the bananas back, and it's the end of their adventure. In the second Donkey Kong Country game, Diddy Kong's Quest, actually, it's called Diddy's Kong Quest, which is, a pun on conquest. So it starts off with Donkey Kong relaxing on the beach, and Cranky Kong shows up and says that he shouldn't be lazy like this because he's a hero now, after the events of the first game. Later, the Kremlins ambush him, and they take him away to Crocodile Isle. King K. Rool goes by Captain K. Rool, like a pirate now in this game. And so he demands the banana horde as ransom for Donkey Kong's return. And so on the beach, the rest of the Kongs discuss, this issue. And so Diddy refuses to give the bananas up to the Kremlins. So he and his girlfriend Dixie Kong, they travel to Crocodile Isle to get him back. And they save him from Captain K. Rool, and Crocodile Isle sinks underwater. In the third game, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong go on a fishing trip. And so, after they don't return from this trip, Dixie goes to the Northern Hemisphere. She goes to Funky's Rentals, where Funky Kong gives her Kitty Kong to join her on her adventure. And so those two, they adventure to find Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, and as they travel through all of the worlds, they encounter different Kremlin characters. By the end, King K. Rool is stopped once again. I think that the next game that takes place is Donkey Kong 64, mostly because of its placement in the timeline. It just comes out after on the Nintendo 64. And so King K. Rool develops a doomsday machine called the Blastomatic on Crocodile Isle, so he can defeat DK Island with it. And so his army's pretty incompetent, and it accidentally Crocodile Isle crashes into a rock, damaging his machine. So King K. Rool needs to buy some time to distract Donkey Kong. So he orders his minions to kidnap a bunch of Donkey Kong's friends and family and steal the banana horde. So Squawks the parrot alerts Donkey Kong of this. So he goes on a quest to save them. So he saves Diddy Kong, Lanky Kong, which is an orangutan, Tiny Kong, which is a new character in Dixie Kong's little sister, and also Chunky Kong, a really strong new character in the game. They're all saved from cages, and so they go attack Crocodile Isle. Funky Kong, Cranky Kong, and Candy Kong also help them, but they're not playable characters. And by the end of the game, the DK crew have a final boss battle against King K. Rool in a boxing arena. The next game that I put on this list is Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, which is for the GameCube. And in this game, DK travels to the Banana Kingdom so he can take down Dread Kong, who is possessed, and he rules over the Banana Kingdom. And there are 16 kingdoms nearby in the game. After he defeats a character called the Cactus King, he frees all the other Kongs that were cursed by him, and they go back to their duties of ruling. DK King of Swing is a Game Boy Advance title, and in this, there's a festival called the Jungle Jam, and the Kongs all celebrate it. So King K. Rool, he comes back, and he steals the medals that they have for the festival, and so Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong go after him to get it back. The game ends with the Jungle Jam being celebrated. The next game, DK Jungle Climber, is a direct sequel for the DS, and the characters DK, Diddy Kong, Dixie, Cranky, Wrinkly, and Wrinkly Kong is Cranky Kong's dead wife. She's a ghost. Then Funky Kong and Candy Kong. They're resting on the beach when there's a giant banana, right? So Diddy Kong notices this. And so DK, Diddy, and Cranky, they go up to find a banana spaceship. This is pretty wild for a bunch of Kongs to find. And so I'm gonna butcher this name. I'll try to put it on screen. But yeah, he's a alien that looks like a banana. Anyway, they find out that King K. Rool and the Kremlings escaped with 5 crystal bananas, and they need to get them back. So Donkey Kong and his friends agree, and so they travel through different islands, and they go through wormholes in the games, and they go to different lands, like the planet that the alien's from. King K. Rool has a spaceship in this game, and this takes place on the Banana's home planet, and they all have to defeat King K. Rool, and yeah, that's how the game ends. The next game was for the Wii, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and it's a pretty similar plot to the first Donkey Kong Country game, except the Kremlings, or they don't steal the banana horde. It's actually these Tiki guys called the Tiki Tak tribe, and they explode out of a volcano, and they have hypnotic abilities, so they hypnotize all the animals that are around, and one of them tries to hypnotize Donkey Kong, but he's immune to it, and he's able to punch him out of the treehouse. A similar adventure takes place. He finds Diddy Kong, who is in a barrel. Cranky Kong and a tutorial pig called Professor Chops, they assist in the game, and the Kongs eventually enter the inside of the volcano for the final battle, and they defeat him, and Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong reclaim all of their stolen bananas. The final game on this list, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, begins with the Kongs celebrating Donkey Kong's birthday in a treehouse. And so this group of Arctic Vikings, which are all different sorts of animals from, like, I want to say the North Pole. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong. So they come to conquer Donkey Kong Island. The Snowmads have an ice dragon that freezes the entire island. So Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Cranky Kong, and Dixie Kong, they go on a quest to stop this and return the island to normal. And so the leader of the Snowmads, called Lord Frederick, he's sort of like a stand-in for King K. Rool. They have to defeat him, and Donkey Kong blows a horn at the end of the game. It basically melts away all the snow on the island, returning it to normal. And that was the last mainline Donkey Kong game to come out. So yeah, thanks for listening. I'll try to make a video going over the Mario, Wario, Donkey Kong games, and it's going to add all of them together, and I choose to believe that some of them take place around the same time, so I'll try to mention them at the same time, and say, it would make sense if these were concurrent events. So yeah, thanks for watching, have a nice day.